Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellie, I am from Austria and this is episode number 54. Hello, I am so glad you could join me once again. I know it's been a while again, but here we are. I thought I would give you a little bit of an update before we get into all of the Christmas projects and Christmas hectic, and show you what I've been working on in the past month and a bit. Don't get too excited, I don't have any finished objects. I have only a tiny bit of progress on quite a few things, just because I've not really had the time and the motivation to knit on a lot of things. So I am in a bit of a slump, to be honest, which is not great with Christmas being around the corner, but I thought I would just show you anyways. So get yourself a drink. I've got a cup of tea here on my side. It is my favorite tea in the whole world. It is Yorkshire tea, but the biscuit version. So I have a cup of that with some milk in it, and I think we can get into it. First off, I have a few things you haven't seen, and I think I have a few things you have seen quite a lot. To be honest, I'm not quite sure what you've seen and what you haven't, so just bear with me. What I'm wearing, let's just talk about this real quick as well. This is the Aoife cardigan by PetiteKnit. It is one of my most worn knits. I made this cardigan a year ago. I finished it either at the beginning of this year or at the end of last year. It is a drop shoulder kind of cardigan. Is it drop shoulder? No, it's like it's got raglan, it's got a trapezius in the back, and then you pick up the sleeves, but you have like this really cool feature where it looks like a satin sleeve, and then you have just normal raglan increases down here. I made this in drops. It's not Charisma, drops Charisma, that's what it's called, and I used PetiteKnit's recommended buttons. I do have to fix it, the buttons a bit better, because I just used the Charisma yarn as well. And if you are familiar with superwash wool or just wool in general, when you want to tie a knot, it doesn't really stay, it unravels and it comes undone, and that's what happens all the time with these buttons. So I do need to get some proper thread and stitch it down properly. But yeah, really happy with this piece. It is a very deep cardigan. I think I made the smallest size, a lot of positive ease, but it's just a great layering piece and thing to throw over. It's a bit difficult to get into jackets with it, I'm not gonna lie, and coats as well. So it's mostly a piece that I would wear either in summer when I get a bit chilly, or just as like an overthrow when I know I don't have to get into jackets. Also, I am a little bit sick. My throat is already starting to hurt, so please bear with me. Let's see, I hope I don't spill it, it's very full. Right, let's get into all of the projects that I have for you today. The first thing I want to talk about is the Dagmar jacket by PetiteKnit. I love this pattern. I am having such great fun with it. I do have to say I've not worked on it for a few weeks now, but I have to get back into it because I'm just enjoying it so much. I am making size 3, and last time I think I either finished the back and just was about to start the front, or I had one front already done, I can't remember, but this is what it looks like now. I have both fronts and I am ready to join in the round. That's what I have to do next, and I'm just so happy with the color choice. Also, I have a candle on, so just so you know, with the light flickering. Nothing's on fire or whatever, it's just the candle. So this is what it looks like, beautiful front, and then the back piece, it stretches quite a lot. And the yarn that I'm using is one I've never used before. This is Laniato Merino 125. Laniato is its own Austrian brand of wool and also a cafe and where you can go to. It is merino wool 100%, yes, and it is a DK weight. From what I know, it's non-super wash, but I could be wrong. It's very springy, it's very stretchy, and to be honest, the label says it's more of like an Aran weight, but I would say it's a DK weight because of the springiness of the yarn. I had a lot of trouble at the beginning working with it because of the gauge. I never really make gauge swatches just because I know most of the times the pieces turn out way bigger than for my size and what I want anyways, just because of the ease. So I know most of the times I'm fine. And with this one I had to unpick it and restart again, only to realize that was not necessary, because size 1, first I made size 1 to 3 is completely the same from the cast on and the amount of stitches you need. So it was just not necessary to unpick all of that. Anyways, I know this bothers a lot of people at the shoulder seam, that the cables don't match up. I really tried my best. I know they're not meant to be. I think I did a way better job here, where it's kind of going around the bend a little bit better. It's still off, don't get me wrong. I know this bothers a lot of people. I used to be one of them as well, but because I just wanted the finished project and the finished jacket, it's at the shoulders, it's not where I can see it, and most of the times I wear my hair open anyways, so I'm not that fussed about it. I'm not too majorly picky about it either. But yeah, I really like the pattern. It's very well written, as all of PetiteKnit's patterns have been. I've never had any troubles with them. You have a big chart, which I love because I love working from charts, and I can't wait to get this done. I bought the buttons already. This is also like an acquisition now. I bought these ones because I love the look of the original design, that I really wanted to get one of these as well. So I bought 7 just to be on the safe side. If I lose one, I know I have an extra button. You need 6, and the measurements line up almost to a T. I just got these from a local craft shop, where they also sell wool and lots of other crafty things. Really good selection. So I'm very happy I found these, and I remembered them because I almost forgot about getting buttons. Right, so that is my first whip that I have. The second one is something you've not seen, I'm pretty sure, before, because it's fairly new on the needles, but it's going, you will see this a lot. It's going to take a while. This is the Kilometre scarf. It is a free pattern by Florence Miller. It is meant for, I wouldn't say beginners, but also for scrap yarn. So if you have like odd quantities or whatever, you can really incorporate them really well in here. The reason why I'm making this is because my boyfriend had a scarf and he requested that I make him something knitted. And because he loves this wool so much, I said, okay, I'll make you something with it, probably not a sweater. And he was like, well, you can make me a scarf. I like wearing a scarf in winter, and it would be really nice to have this wool around my neck. So I said, okay, I'll try and get it done before June next year as like a joke, but honestly I don't think it's a joke anymore. It's taking a while. The wool that I'm using is also something I've never used before. This is Soffio by Lana Grossa. It is a blend of 60% wool, 30% cotton and 10% cashmere. So it's very, very soft. It's very poofy, and the yarn, like one strand, let me try and get one strand. It's very sticky as well. One strand, fluff wise, it looks like brushed alpaca, but it's not. It's just got cashmere in it. It's very nice to work with. It's a lot more pleasant than if you would hold two mohairs together, because the silk core always digs into my finger. So I'm holding it double to get a DK gauge. You work on 4.5mm needles, and this is what I have so far. I put a marker in yesterday where I started, and this is all I did in one evening sitting, and a little bit this morning. So it's fairly slow going, and scarves are not my favorite thing to make. I've only made like Sophie scarves and small things before, just because I think these things are really, really boring, and it's not engaging, and it's just going to take me so long, because I need 1 meter and 80 centimeters of it. So I don't even know how much I have right now, but not a lot. I tried a new technique with this one. I followed the pattern as it said I should do it, and I used I think it was the Turkish cast on. It wasn't Judy's magic cast on, because it's closed at the bottom, which I really liked, and that one was so much fun. I think it is going to be my new favorite cast on if I need to work in the round immediately and not sew something together. What is it called? There's probably a name for it, but I had so much fun making it. It was super easy to follow the video and to get the stitches on the needles. It was a bit of a slog to get into, just to work on 2 needles back and forth, because you need a certain length before you can really start working around. Otherwise the cable is just not going to be long enough, and it's going to stretch way too much, so you won't be able to work in the round. And if you know me, I love working in the round, just on round needles. I'm using my shorties for this one. I might be able to swap to my normal length needle size, because it is fairly scrunched up on this cable. But it's a great project to have on the go, to just bring with me. And the fabric it makes is just really soft and fluffy, so I highly recommend this yarn. It wasn't super expensive either, even though it does have cashmere in it, from what I can remember. And the colour is a light grey. I didn't tell you the colour, sorry about that, it's been a while if you can't tell. This is colour number 14, a really nice pearl grey, and I know I need more. I only have 5 balls of it, and you need 1,000 meters in total. So because I'm holding a double, I need an extra 5 balls, because you get, I think, 250 meters in one, 215 meters in one ball. So is that correct? Is that only 25 grams? It must be. Crikey. I think this would be a great alternative to a mohair. It's not as fluffy, of course, because of the fibres, but it's a lot softer for some reason, and it's not itching me as much as mohair generally does around my neck. So I might actually go for this a lot more. I'm trying to get away from mohair just because it's also getting super expensive now, where I don't see the point anymore in having a lot of mohair in my garments when all it does is just add fluff, and like I said, around my neck I don't need that fluff. So I'm trying different like alpaca alternatives, so we'll see how that goes. I'll just leave it out completely and substitute it with more wool yarn. So yeah, Kilometre scarf, really easy and simple project. Is going to be on my needles for a little while, but so that's definitely not something you would gift knit to someone if you only have like 2 weeks left before you have to gift it to someone. But yeah, let's just see how long it takes me, and if my boyfriend's happy with the end product. If not, then I'll just take it back and wear it myself. As with all of the things we like to do when someone doesn't want our hard work and love put into something. My throat is really not loving this. But we'll get through. Now I have something that I've only just... it's not finished, not yet, but this will definitely be a finished object for next time. I'm pretty sure I don't have any finished objects to show you. I'm so confused. I don't even know when the last time was I recorded something, so I'm really sorry about this. My brain is just going. But this is I want it to be a gift knit. At the same time, I'm loving it myself. But so we'll see what's gonna happen with it. This is what's it called? Let me just check, so I don't say anything wrong. This is the Snowfall Town hot water bottle cover by Saison Qian. It is a free pattern, which I just love, and this is what I have so far. I've never made a hot water bottle cover, but I did buy hot water bottles. Here I've got 2. I bought them last year around Christmas time because I wanted to make Christmas gifts, but then just didn't have the time or the energy to gift knit. I'm not a huge gift knitter anymore because I'd rather not stress myself out, and I prefer making things for myself anyways. So like I said, this is a free pattern. I think it is very, very cute. I'm super happy with how this turned out. I am just at the bottleneck, the cuff if you like. It is a 2x1 rib, so it should be very stretchy. I'm just about to bind off and see if I can actually fit it over the hot water bottle. I came across this pattern by accident, just because I wanted to see if there are any free patterns specifically for like gift knits or hot water bottle covers, something easy, something quick, and something that I can potentially use my scraps for. And I came across this. It is very simple. You do have a chart for the colour work section. I did have to look up a few things just because I wasn't sure. In the pattern there were a few things missing, like at the beginning you're supposed to use the white yarn to start. That, for example, isn't included, so you just had to go back to the pictures and see what the bottle looked like. But you are working with Judy's Magic Cast On, and that's how I can now say it's not my favourite to use anymore. I much preferred the Turkish one. I believe it's called the Turkish one, Turkish cast on, but it was fine. So you cast on and then you go almost directly into the chart, and this is a 3 colour work chart. I hated making this. I absolutely hated making the houses. In the pattern it specifically says you can also add and duplicate stitch the lights into the houses afterwards, which I didn't want to do, so I thought I would try the 3 colour work. The reason why I hated it is because you have an 18 stitch repeat. 18 stitches is this bit. It's 2 houses after another, and because the repeats are so long, you obviously have to carry the yarn in the back, but because you are switching so frequently, I had real troubles catching the float, so I constantly had to switch the colours to see which one would be like over the yellow, so I would catch all of them, which was a bit of a hassle. I might try duplicate stitching it next time, because there will be a next time, because I think it's very cute and I did a really good job. I messed up this section a little bit here at the top just then, because you really can't see the white yarn in the middle. It's just blue. You're supposed to have like a white stitch in between, but that might also just be because of the yarn choices, because I'm using a lot of scraps but not only scraps. So the yarn I'm using is Drops Lima. Drops had a sale, as they often do. I used Drops Lima in the colour 9016. It's a really, really lovely navy blue. I have a lot of Drops Lima, but I've never actually worked with it just because I haven't gotten around to using it, and then I started a project, I unraveled it again, etc. So I wanted to try this yarn, and because I knew it had alpaca content in it, the softness would just speak for itself. So I bought Drops Lima in the dark blue. I also bought it in this really bright red. This is colour 3609. It's a really lovely, it's not as bright as the camera picks it up. It's very bright, but it's also muted at the same time. It's not like a ketchup red, it's more of a nice red, I would say. And then I have one more, which I think, oh, it's up there. The yellow for the houses is also Drops Lima. It's a lovely like mustardy yellow. It's the closest that they have to a yellow colour. So these 3 balls I actually bought, so that's also a yarn acquisition. And then for the white, I'm using scrap yarn. This is Whole Super Soft in off-white, or bleached white it's called. It is 100% wool. This is the label. I bought this yarn, I think 3 years ago now. I remember because I bought it in an accounting lecture that I had at uni, and I've not been to uni for 2 years now, so it must be around that time. So I'm using this as the white. I don't have that much left, to be honest, which I'm really happy about. I'm holding the yarn double because one strand is just fingering weight and this is a DK weight pattern. And then for the other house, I'm using Drops Daisy in this lovely beige colour. I don't have the label with me right now, but I used to make, or I made the sweater number 9 light by My Favourite Things Knitwear in this yarn. I have a full ball left, and I wanted to replicate the colours that she had in the pictures, but I think the brown or the beige is almost too close to the yellow, so it's not really contrasty enough in my opinion. So now I know for next time. And yeah, I had a lot of fun making this. I would highly recommend this pattern because it, just look at it, it's so cute, and it's a free pattern. I'm never saying no to a free pattern. So yeah, that is going to be my finished object for next time, and potentially already been gifted as a Christmas gift. We'll see. Let me just check. I think I have one more. Is it in here? Nope. Where is it? It's in here, I think. One more. This is also going to be a gift knit, just because it's absolutely not my colour and I want the yarn out of my stash. I am making a Sophie scarf in this really bright orange. This is Kuntur baby alpaca. I don't have the label anymore, I think. Baby alpaca in orange. And I got this yarn last year for Christmas from my brother and his fiance now. So it is a DK weight pattern, Kuntur. I'm not quite sure where the company is from, but they are very eco-friendly. And I only have one ball of this, and I didn't know what to do for the longest time. It really does not go well with my skin tone at all, so I thought, why not make a Sophie scarf, use it all up, because I know with the Sophie scarf I can just use all of the yarn up that I have, and gift it back to her, and she can either wear it, put it in the corner. I'm not too bothered, to be honest. Obviously I would want her to do something with it, like wear it or whatever, but I just really wanted to get this yarn out of my stash. It is lovely, don't get me wrong. It's 100% alpaca. It's very, very soft. It's a pleasure to work with, very springy as well. I don't love the texture that it makes. I feel like it loses a lot of the softness that the yarn itself has in this garter stitch, but I am not willing to unravel this and try and find a different pattern for it, so I'm just going with it. I'm going to use up half of it and then start decreasing, so I know I'll have enough for the other half, and then hopefully it will be done by Christmas. I haven't worked on it in a few weeks now as well, just because I don't think this is a very beginner friendly pattern, and I don't think it's a quick knit either, because you cannot see the stitches very well. It makes it so hard to count, so I have to get through one full repeat for me to then put it down, so I know which row I'm on. I know how to count in garter stitch. Don't like take this the wrong way. I know how to count. I'm just super lazy. Like when I'm home at night, it's gloomy outside, I have only my light on here, so also not great lighting. I want something easy to work on, something I can count my stitches easily and not faff around with trying to figure out when I decreased or increased last. So this is another gift knit, something new on my needles and hopefully off my needles in the next episode. And currently it's living in this bag right here, where it has way too many notions in it. But yeah, those were all of the projects I have been actively working on. I know, nothing too exciting, a lot of small things, not a lot of big like sweaters or cardigans or whatever, but I just need quick wins right now. Like, I'm so demotivated. I just need small things to get off my needles. I've been really antsy. I've been feeling very anxious with like the amount of wool I have and all of my scraps and just bits and bobs lying and flying around, that I'm trying to find ways using up my scraps, and it's just not going very well, because then I get overwhelmed with what I can do, what I don't want to do, and I'm not a fiddly small knitter. I like to have big projects and not to cramp up my hands with like teeny tiny things. So yeah, going into yarn acquisitions, I actually have bought some yarn, I already told you, For Drops Lima, I bought the yellow, the red and the blue, and then I bought another 3 balls of this red because I really want to make the, I think it's called the Dove Shawl by Sari Nordland. It's a beautiful pattern. I wanted it in red as well. Red is my favorite color, even though I don't wear it as much as I probably should. But I really want to make it. I'm not a shawl person, so I don't really know why I'm so into shawls and making scarves right now. But this pattern, I had this in my library ever since it came out, and I've been really craving some cables and some interest in my knits, so I'm trying to get to that point. I don't know when I'll cast it on, probably not anytime soon either, but that's okay. I want to get the things off my needles first, because I have a lot of projects. I have a lot of whips and things I don't feel like working on right now, but would be nice to have if they were already finished. But I'm not there yet, so I'm getting very overwhelmed also with casting on new things, and then just things flying around and just too many projects and not enough motivation and time. But yeah, so that is, I think, everything from me. I don't have anything else to report, nothing new to show you. So yeah, I hope you are doing well. Let me know what you are working on. If you're frantically gift knitting, like I said, I've kind of given up on it this year. And let's have a conversation in the comments. I will post a video next week about Christmas and gift knits and knits, like gift knitting ideas. That's what I'm trying to say, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be a very fun video, and yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I will see you next time. Happy knitting. Bye.